Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Come on in, y'all. Let's get this party started. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Good evening, good evening, good evening. And welcome to another episode of the P-Ave Perspective with Mr. O'Neal, man. First of all, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Whether you're watching the live video or you're watching the video replay, I appreciate you taking your time out of your week to spend with me. So how everybody been doing? Hopefully everybody been doing good this week. I've been doing great, just grinding, staying focused, continuing to push. But today's topic, y'all, as always, everything I talk about is important to me. I don't know if it's important to y'all, but it's important to me. And today's topic is no less important than anything else I've talked about. But I titled this episode, The 7 Deadly Sins of Black Americans and Their Impact on Our Community. And we all know about the original 7 deadly sins: the greed, the lust, the envy, and all of those. But these are specifically related to us, you know what I'm saying, and our individual people, our communities, our neighborhoods, and everything. And these 7 things I feel like are destroying us as a people. And the people make up the neighborhood and the community. We always talk about, you know what I'm saying, the neighborhoods that's bad or this and that. It's not the neighborhoods, man. Neighborhoods, you know what I'm saying, have no say so. It is the people. So these 7 deadly sins are negatively impacting our people, and by default, our neighborhoods and our communities. So I want to talk about them today and just go over them. And like I always say, man, and I will continue to say, if it don't apply, let it fly. If this doesn't apply to you, or this doesn't describe you, or this is not you, then, you know, let it fly. Let it fly over your head. But if you can relate to any of these things in any kind of way, then there is a need, you know what I'm saying, to do something about it. To try to do something about it. Let me see who I got in the room today, man. Ooh, my volume low. Let me turn it up a little bit. Turn it up, turn it up. What it sound like, bro? What it sound like? Am I good? Let me know something. But talking about this kind of stuff, it requires some real soul searching and some honest reflection. We have to get honest with ourselves, you know what I'm saying, and be real with ourselves, man. That's what a lot of us, you know what I'm saying, are not doing these days. A lot of us are what we used to call faking it till you make it. When we used to fake it till we make it, man, it was all about making it. It was all about looking the part, you know what I'm saying, while you trying to achieve your potential or achieve the part. But nowadays, it's like people just doing a lot of faking, man. They ain't even trying to make it. They just doing a lot of faking. And that's part of what's got us in the situation that we in today. But we gonna jump into it, man, because I like getting into the action. Good evening, Miss Cooks. How you doing? Mr. Fuller. I hope y'all can hear me. I appreciate y'all tuning in, for sure. But sin number 1, the first sin that I feel like is destroying us. Sin number 1 is a lack of unity. Historically, one of our greatest strengths was our sense of community and unity. We had each other back, man. We had each other back. Today, it seems like we've drifted, you know what I'm saying, away from that. Nowadays, we tear each other down instead of lifting each other up. And I can't understand that. We all in this together, man. But a lack of unity is one of the top things that is destroying us. And I always say now, you know what I'm saying, we always talk about the race wars and we talk about stuff like that because it's in the news and it's always possible. But I still say if there was a race war or if somebody did attack us as a people, we wouldn't be able to defend ourselves because we not unified. We lack the unity that we need within the family, within the neighborhood, and within the community to really be able to protect ourselves and make sure we good. But whether it's competition between neighbors, jealousy of somebody's success, you know what I'm saying, jealousy of what somebody else got, or the way we glorify individualism, you know what I'm saying, the way we glorify, you know, wanting to be the man and want to be on top, you know what I'm saying, to the point where that means somebody else had to be on the bottom. And that's not always the case, man. But think about the way we respond to crime in the community. We always say, you know what I'm saying, we're going to look out for each other. But if you see somebody breaking in my house, you know what I'm saying, a lot of us, the fact that we are ununified put us in a position where we, you know what I'm saying, have to make a decision. Do we want to get in somebody else's business or stay out of somebody's business? And the majority of us, you know what I'm saying, are going to choose to stay out. And that's not what that is. I just moved into a new community. You know what I'm saying? And although I'm not, you know, as familiar with my neighbors as I want to be, You know what I'm saying? They don't have to worry about me sitting by and watching somebody break in their house, you know what I'm saying, and not saying nothing. They don't have to sit by and, you know what I'm saying, watch a stranger, you know what I'm saying, stalk their house, watch their house, and look into anything negative in this community that I see. I'm going to speak out on it. And I would hope my neighbors would do the same thing. Just because we are neighbors and we have to live in this situation together. We have to live in this community together. But poverty, man, even small businesses, you know what I'm saying? We don't support our small businesses like we want to. We feel like, you know, a lot of us feel like we don't want to spend money with the next person because we feel like we're in competition with that person. All of that's bogus, man, and all of that is holding us back. Because if, you know what I'm saying, that mindset, you have that mindset is holding you back. That mindset is preventing you from prospering and growing because you don't have the necessary human resources that you need to help make it possible. So a lack of unity, man, is killing us. Until we come together and unite around a common cause, we can't expect to build strong, prosperous communities. Unity is the foundation of progress, man. If we are not unified, if we are not together, if we are not working together with the similar goals and working on the same plan, then it's not going to work, man. Yeah, you can make it by yourself, but nobody was ever great by themselves, man. Remember that. You can be good, but there was no other great people that didn't have the right support system, man, to help them accomplish what they were trying to accomplish, man. So we need to unify, man. We need to unify. Sin number 2, and this is so serious these days, materialism and consumerism, man. Materialism and consumerism. Simply put, in my day, and even now, you had hustlers, you know what I'm saying? You had real hustlers, you know what I'm saying? But I look at it as being me, I look at it as there's 2 types of people in this world. There's 2 types, hustlers and customers, you know what I'm saying? And we have been taught to value material things over substance, man. Like I posted on social media, you know what I'm saying, not too long ago. We got to the point where popularity is more respected than real. You know what I'm saying? We've been taught to value material things, cars, clothes, you know what I'm saying, even money. But we value that over knowledge and even over our own progress, man. Like imagine that. We you know what I'm saying, we're taking invest. I'll give you an example. I host a lot of, you know what I'm saying, business events. I host a lot of, you know what I'm saying, empowerment events. You know what I'm saying? And I rock with a lot of people who are into empowerment, into growth and development, into, you know, all of that type of stuff. And it's like in marketing that type of material is crazy because our people are the last people on the totem pole. But when it comes time to marketing and selling, you know what I'm saying, tickets to those type of events where you can empower yourself, events that teach you to start a business or grow your business, like we don't pay for that too often. We don't pay to get educated. We won't pay to get educated. We won't pay to get the knowledge. We won't pay to get the game we need to better ourselves or to better our financial situation or to better our life. But if Boosie come to town, the ticket's sold out. You know what I'm saying? If one of these comedy guys, you know what I'm saying, come to town, I've been seeing they've been bringing the comedy, you know what I'm saying, a lot. These guys dressing up like women and doing skits and stuff. When they bring them people through here, tickets are sold out. But you say, okay, I got an event where we're going to, know what I'm saying, help make you a better person. Nobody is interested. But I don't care what car you drive. I don't care how much money you got in your pocket. I don't care what neighborhood you live in, how big your house is, or none of that. All that's for sure. All that is for sure. What you really working with? What kind of value, you know what I'm saying, do you really hold? And like I said, we prioritize clothes, cars, status symbols. But how often do we prioritize financial literacy, man? How often do we prioritize building generational wealth? We talk about it. I hear everybody talk about it nowadays because it's the cool thing. But that's just like real. Everybody talk about it. But how many people are really real? So everybody, you know what I'm saying they got motion, you know what I'm saying? What kind of motion you got? Because it's easy to get money, but are you keeping it? Are you investing it? Are you growing it? It's easy to get it and give it right back to the powers that be. You know what I'm saying? Give it to the car lot. You know what I'm saying? Give it to the clothes boutique. You know what I'm saying? That's easy. But that's not helping to build you up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's crazy to walk around here in the top of the line car. In the top of the line car. You know what I'm saying? The best dressed person, you know what I'm saying, on the block, live in a nice neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? Live in a nice house, in a nice neighborhood, but you still morally bankrupt. You know what I'm saying? You still financially bankrupt. Because if you lose your job today and you have to stay out for a week or so, you probably never recover. So you looking good, you know what I'm saying, but then you're not doing good. And that's a big difference. That's where we get it twisted, man. But materialism and consumerism is sin number 2, man. We got to do better about what we, you know what I'm saying, prioritize and what we value, man. Clothes, cars, all that material, that means nothing in the bigger scheme of things. That means nothing when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, being a better person or helping your family members become better or, you know, helping to make a difference in your neighborhood or your community, man. We need to shift to being the hustlers, man, the creators, the producers, the investors in our own future, man. That's why we don't have nothing, because we don't produce nothing for ourselves. We look to everybody else. We look to people for food. We look to people for houses to stay in. We look to people, you know what I'm saying, for everything. We got to get out of that customer mind state, man, and get back to the hustler mind state. Hustlers, you know, create stuff. You know what I'm saying? They grow their own food. They produce their own meat. They, you know what I'm saying, invest in the companies that empower the community, man. And that's what it's all about, man. We got to step our game up. We got to do away with the materialism and consumerism, man. And get your mind right, man. Start putting your money where it can help you, man. Long term. Don't sit around and ball now, man, and then when you get older, you get in your 60s and 70s and you can't work no more. And you running around here bombing, or you end up dying, and you know what I'm saying, your kids is bombing for people, you know what I'm saying, to donate something to your funeral. When you live life as a stone cold baller, man. Get yourself together, man. Number 3, this serious to me, man, because I see so many of us suffer from it and don't even know it, man. But a lack of accountability is killing us, man. It's killing us as individuals. It's killing us as a people, man. We like to blame the system or point fingers at other people for the challenges we face in life, man. And yes, racism exists, man. It's real. And we deal with, you know what I'm saying, obstacles that are unique to black people, man, that only, you know what I'm saying, affect black people. We deal with that. And like that's been going on forever in America. But at the same time, we have to take responsibility for our own actions and our own decisions, man. We blame, you know what I'm saying, the drugs, you know what I'm saying, the government back in the day for putting the drugs in the community. Yeah, they did that. And they destroyed a lot of people. But it was people in that community that didn't pick up a pipe. You know what I'm saying? It was people in that community that didn't pick up a pack and start selling the dope. You know what I'm saying? And for the people that did, like myself, I took accountability for it. I didn't never say they push the drugs in the community. They, you know what I'm saying? No, I chose to sell drugs. I was after that money. You know what I'm saying? I had so many other hustles before the drugs even, you know what I'm saying, popped off like that. But the lure of the money made me make a decision to sell drugs. So in being accountable for the decision I made, I also had to be accountable for the repercussions. So the time I did in prison, that's my time. You know what I'm saying? I made the choices. I made the decisions bad that got me, you know what I'm saying, in a situation where I had to deal with the legal system. And I lost. And I had to do that time. And when I was there, I never, you know what I'm saying, felt like somebody on the outside was obligated to send me anything, to do anything for me, and none of that. Because it was my decision. Accountability, man. accountability. And nowadays we get in these relationships. I see these women, I got daughters, they get in these relationships with these dudes, you know what I'm saying? And they allow themselves to be manipulated. You know what I'm saying? And one of the worst things you can do is come out of a situation where you allow yourself to be manipulated or allow yourself to be moved in a certain way and you don't take responsibility for that or you don't take accountability for that. That is the worst thing we can do, because without taking accountability, you can't learn from your mistakes. You can't learn from your bad choices and bad decisions. And if you're going to continue to blame everybody else for the choices you make, for the decisions, for the circumstances, you'll never be in a position to better that. Because blaming it on somebody else and not taking accountability, that gives the next person what I feel like is too much power over you. Too much. I'm accountable for my actions. Nobody can make me mad. I can choose to do it. But I have to take accountability for that. I can't always blame people, you know what I'm saying, for my shortcomings and what I do wrong. Too many of us are quick to make excuses when things go wrong. But we have to ask ourselves, what can I do differently? Just like in a situation with my daughters in their relationship, I talk to them all the time. Yes, he did this and he did this, but what could you have done differently to prevent you from getting caught up or getting handled rough or getting cheated on or whatever it was? What could you have done different? And a lot of times, simply not dealing with it would have been the best case. But it's all about holding ourselves accountable in our own personal lives, man. If you smoke cigarettes, you're responsible. You know what I'm saying? If you can't quit cigarettes, that's because you have no self-control. Like myself, I need to quit smoking with these cigars. But it's on me. It's not on nobody else, because I have to go to the store and buy the cigars. I have to open the pack. I have to take the cigar out, put it in my mouth and light it and take a puff. It's all on me. I can't blame the people who made the cigars. I can't blame people who say, well, I'm stressed out. People stressing me out. That's why I smoke. I can't. I have to accept full accountability, man, for my decisions and my choices. So that's sin number 3, man. A lack of accountability. We got to be more accountable, man. Now, number 4 is a distrust of education and knowledge. It's like we prone to, you know what I'm saying, we don't want to learn. We don't, and like, I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm going to be honest. I understand the people, you know what I'm saying, that are messed up about education right now. And let me explain why. I came through the old school system. For the people that came through the school system with me, we understand now that we were miseducated. We understand now that we was miseducated. But do we understand why we were miseducated? Because education and knowledge is power, man. That's why they didn't want the slaves to read. That's why they miseducated us in the school system. They didn't want us to be educated. They didn't want us to gain the knowledge because they didn't want us to gain the power. So it's like now we're allergic to learning. And like I said, a lot of people got turned off by the system. A lot of people are turned off by the school system. But that does not mean that you stop learning. You stop growing. You stop developing. Too many of us think like education stop in high school or it stop after we, you know what I'm saying, go to college. But once you leave college and go into a new job, you should be learning. With every person you meet in life, you should be learning. With every new situation you encounter in life, you should be learning. And most importantly, due to the fact that they give us a computer that we can hold in our palm of our hand and access any information that we want, we should never stop learning, man. We should never stop growing. We should never stop developing. Never. We have to change the mindset. Education, whether it's traditional, vocational, or self-taught, is the foundation of empowerment, man. You can't gain power if you can't gain knowledge. It's simple as that. If you stop learning, you stop growing. If you stop growing, you stop progressing. That's no motion. When you stop growing, that's no motion. When you stop progressing, when you stop developing, that's no motion. That's no motion. So if you want motion and you want to continue the motion and you want, know what I'm saying, to maximize the motion, you got to be educating yourself. You got to be gaining knowledge. You got to be gaining experience. But it's not just about book knowledge. We need to value wisdom, mentorship, and learning from those who have walked in our path before us. Man, look, I just, you know what I'm saying, tapped into them. I just had my cousin tap into me the other day. Everybody knows that I'm a, you know what I'm saying, business consultant. And I'm really just getting started business-wise. I've been consulting with people on business for years, as long as I can remember. But I'm just launching my business and I'm just getting my feet wet in the actual business. So I had the pleasure of my cousin. I didn't know he was into it, but he's into it heavy. Heavy, you know what I'm saying? He's where I'm trying to get. So recently he reached out to me to tap into me to see what I was trying to do. And I took the opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to try to let him know that, hey man, this is what I'm doing, but I'm just getting my feet wet. If you can give me, you know, any knowledge, any, you know what I'm saying, assistance on what I'm trying to do, man, that will make it so much easier because you are where I'm trying to get. Me trying to get there on my own, yes, it can happen, but I have to face obstacles. I have to face barriers that he's already faced and overcome. So how smart would it be of me to not try to tap into that knowledge and not try to tap into, you know what I'm saying, that wisdom that he has from actually walking the path that I'm trying to walk? How smart would it be to just disregard that and not take the opportunity to try to gain what I can from him to make my journey a tad bit easier? How smart would it be not to tap into that? You know what I'm saying? And like, I brought that up because I got invited, you know what I'm saying, to actually help, you know what I'm saying, him do what he do and participate. And like I said, that's to me, that's a blessing because I get to learn from somebody who's already accomplished what I'm trying to accomplish. So, yes, you know what I'm saying, we need to value mentorship. You know what I'm saying? Without knowledge, we remain stuck in cycles of poverty and ignorance, man. And that's what it is. A lack of knowledge is ignorance. Stop gaining knowledge, it's ignorance. We have to do better, man. We have to do better. We have to get it together, man, to make it happen. What y'all got going on? Yup, like the old saying, you have to learn something new every day, at least. You have to, because the world is changing. The world is advancing every day. The world is getting more advanced. So if we're not keeping up with the world, it's just like relationships. If your partner is growing and developing every day, and you was, you know what I'm saying, stagnant and stuck, you know, chilling and doing your thing and living life to the fullest and partying like a rock star, eventually y'all gonna grow apart. Eventually y'all gonna grow apart because growth and development is the key, man, in all areas. In all areas. Number 5. This is I swear this is it. And be honest with yourself, man. If you suffer from any one of these things or you deal with any one of these things, be honest with yourself. Take accountability. That's the only way you can hope to better yourself. I don't know if it was Alcoholics Anonymous or one of those programs that say before you can even attempt to solve the problem, you have to be willing to admit you have a problem. If you're not going to take accountability for the problems, you'll never make it right. You'll never get it together. You'll never change. You'll never grow or develop. But number 5, the number 5 sin of Black America, man, is glorifying negative stereotypes. Glorifying negativity, man. This one hit hard, man, because our music, our TV shows, all this Bad Girls Club and baddies and shit like that, our social media content, everybody want to share the fight videos, everybody want to share the information about people cheating and people getting babies out of wedlock and all that. Our culture have been hijacked in ways that glorify the worst version of us, man. Think about that. Nobody, you know what I'm saying, promoting, or nobody is sharing the black guy who's, you know what I'm saying, winning, who's, you know, a good family man, a good husband who, you know, takes care of his kids, who works to try to build his family, you know what I'm saying, and who's working to build his family legacy. Like, those people never get the spotlight. Those people never get the spotlight. It's always the, you know what I'm saying, what is it, the gonorrhea lip gloss, you know what I'm saying, or whatever it was, you know what I'm saying, or, you know, the perfect, it's always the negativity. It's always the people that's shooting and killing. It's never the people that's building and blessing. You know what I'm saying? We glorify violence, drugs, and we still glorify the thug life. I can't understand it. With all this snitching and fuckery going on in the street game right now, I don't even know why we glorify it. This is not the same thing that we did back in the days. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days, we had fewer opportunities. So a lot of us had to do that. You know what I'm saying? These kids nowadays, these kids are running around, you know what I'm saying, gang banging and saying they doing this and that, but they mamas buy them Jordans, and they mama buy them name brand clothes, and they mama, you know what I'm saying, keep a few dollars in their pocket, you know what I'm saying, to make sure they straight. They have food at home. You know what I'm saying? They like, it's a different generation from us, man. I don't even see why a lot of these dudes even go that route, because they don't have to. A lot of us back then didn't have a choice. But we glorify that, man. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you look down on entrepreneurship. You look down on the people, you know what I'm saying, that's in school, that's academically successful. You know what I'm saying? You look down, or your kids look down on people that have family values. It's not cool for kids to say yes, ma'am, and yes, sir, no more. You know, they homeboys, you know what I'm saying, look at them like, oh, you a square, or you a lame, or you know what I'm saying, man. These negative stereotypes aren't just killing our image. They killing our people, man. They killing our people, because the people that ain't been to the hood, the people that ain't been in the black community, they look at the news and they listen to these songs, and they look at, you know what I'm saying, the little clips y'all sharing on social media, these people beating each other up and fighting, and they really looking at us, man, because they don't know no better. So they have no choice but to think, them people are savages, man. Them people are savages. All they do is fight, you know what I'm saying, rap about killing people, you know what I'm saying, rap about having sex, you know what I'm saying, with different people, you know what I'm saying, rap about, you know, shooting up their ops or smoking on their ops, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is this, man? What is it? But everybody glorified. Everybody glorifying it. Everybody sharing the music. Everybody grinding around bumping the negative music that's telling your daughters, you know what I'm saying, don't get married, just fuck a lot of niggas, get your bag, you know what I'm saying, be cute, you know what I'm saying, and just be for the streets. That's what this shit on right now. And just like I said, man, that's not what's up. That's not what's up. So we can keep on glorifying these, you know what I'm saying, negative stereotypes, but all it's doing, man, is putting these people in position to where they look like role models. All these women, you know what I'm saying, that's watching this bad and shit, and watching this bad girls club, and watching them girls beat each other up, you know what I'm saying, and all this right there. That shit is not doing you no justice. That is not doing you no justice. That is not helping you grow. That is not helping you develop. When we feed into those narratives, we're telling the world that this is who we are, man. And worse, we're telling our kids that this is what they should be, man. This is what they should aspire to be. You know what I'm saying? Y'all putting it out there. Y'all putting it out there with y'all daughters. You know what I'm saying? Y'all think it's cute riding around listening to this music, listening to this because y'all popping. But at the same time, y'all daughters is watching, man. I tell my daughters that. Y'all daughters is watching, man. So when y'all, you know what I'm saying, running around here, you know what I'm saying, with all this negativity, all this fighting, all this cursing and foul language that y'all using, man, that shit is not helping us in no way, shape, or form. Man. That shit is not helping us. It's not helping you, but it's definitely not helping us. We have to change the narrative, man. And we have to embrace the positive aspects of black people, man. Why we can't do that? Why ain't that popular? Why ain't that supported, man? Why ain't that shared? Why is it always the negativity? Why is it always the men that's talking down on women? Why is it always the women that's talking down on men? Why is it always the women that's fighting each other or the dudes that's shooting it out with each other? Why is that the primary stuff that we see from us, man, these days? It gotta change, man. It gotta change. It have to. But number 6, and this is key, man, a lack of financial literacy, man. And don't get me wrong, we know how to get money. We've been getting money forever. Far too many of us are stuck in a cycle of poverty because we haven't been taught the basics of managing money, investing, saving, and creating wealth, man. We don't even know how to talk. We don't even know how to have a conversation about that. Yeah, you can get money. Yeah, everybody getting to the bag. Yeah, but then why is you studying broke? Why is you not progressing? You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know how to make your money work for you. You know what I'm saying? You know how to get money, but do you know how to manage it? Do you know how to invest? And it's like, why you don't? If you don't, why not? Because, like I said, the information is right here. All the information you need is right here. How do I get started with investing? How do I get started with managing my money? How do I get started with creating wealth? Google search that shit. You'll be surprised what Google tells you, man. But that's not what we into, though. We just fronting like, yeah, I'm getting the bag, I'm this and the third, you still broke. When you die, your kids are still begging to be able to bury you. So what good is it doing to get in the bag, you know what I'm saying, if you can't keep the bag? If you can't flip the bag and grow the bag? If you can't, you know what I'm saying, grow that bag to the point where you can leave that bag to your grandkids with the knowledge to teach them how to grow that bag for future generations. We need to start prioritizing financial education, man, in our homes and in our communities. I'm going to be touching on that a lot. I've touched on it before. We'll eventually hold some classes, some courses, and everything. But it's about more than just getting the bag, man. It's about understanding how to make that bag work for you, man. I heard a long time ago, you know what I'm saying, our parents used to say money don't grow on trees. But as I got older and I got into dealing with finances and I got into dealing with other races, you know what I'm saying, they talk about the money tree all the time. When they told us money don't grow on trees, you know what I'm saying, I learned eventually that you can grow your own money tree, because if you take $1 and it's like a seed. If you take that dollar and you spend it, you lose that dollar. If you take that dollar and put it in your pocket, you'll still have that dollar. But if you take that dollar and use that dollar as a seed to plant a seed or invest that dollar can eventually turn into $2. That dollar can eventually turn into $4. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, holding it, having it, all that's good. But can you make it work for you? It's about understanding how to, you know what I'm saying, how to invest and how to build wealth for future generations. Until we master financial literacy, we will continue to be broke and in last place, man. We'll continue. I don't care how much you make. If you can't keep it, if you can't flip it, invest it, and grow it, and be able to pass it down to the next gen, that's what other races are doing with their money. That's why you see these millionaire people with real money, they don't worry about, you know what I'm saying, the name brand they wear. It's not about that. It's not about flossing. It's about living comfortably and preparing the next generation to do the same, man. It's bigger than them. It's bigger than that. The rich people, that's why they give away money. That's why they bless, you know what I'm saying, others. That's what it's about. Blessing others, you know what I'm saying, blesses you in return. But, let's see how much time we got though. Are we good? We good. The next sin number 7. The fear of self-sufficiency, man. We dependent. For too long, we relied on others to solve our problems, whether it's the government, outside organizations, or waiting for someone to come and save us, man. All the government ain't doing nothing. All the city won't do nothing. All the governor not doing nothing, all the mayor not doing nothing, all the politicians, all the city council, nobody's doing anything. The truth is, man, ain't nobody coming to help us, man. Ain't nobody coming to help us, man. That's just it. We have to save ourselves. Man. That's the only way it's gonna happen. Self-sufficiency means taking control of our lives, building our own businesses, creating our own solutions to our own problems, man, and becoming economically and socially independent, man. As a people, as big as we are as a people in numbers, we shouldn't depend on with the rich people that we have. You know what I'm saying? With just the sheer numbers, with the knowledge that we have amongst black people, we should not be subservient to anybody. We should not be dependent on other people for food. We should not be dependent on other people for jobs. We should not be dependent on other people for housing. We should not be dependent on other people to educate us and to educate our kids. We should not be looking for nobody to clean up our community and stop the crime in our community because we can do it. We don't want to. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to put the energy toward that because it's too easy to just log into Facebook and indulge this bullshit. So we don't get into that. We need to stop looking outside for validation and success and start building from within, man. When we master unity and doing for ourselves, man, think about that. When we master coming together, putting together a plan, and working together for the betterment of the whole, for the betterment of our people, for the betterment of our neighborhood, once we do that, if we can figure that out, man, we become unstoppable. We become unstoppable, man. But as long as we allow ourselves to get blinded by the bullshit and, you know what I'm saying, not want to step out on our own and do for ourselves, as long as we stay in that mindset, we'll forever be in last place. We'll forever be in last place. And, man, like I said, it's on us, man. It's on us. We have to learn to do for us, man. We have to, you know what I'm saying, start taking accountability for us. My thing, I had to take accountability for me first. Because like I always tell people, I can't be a husband, I can't be a father, I can't be a businessman. I can't be none of that until I am a happy, balanced man. And nothing, you know what I'm saying, excites me more, man, than knowledge. Nothing excites me more than gaining and being able to share that knowledge too. Because some people, you know what I'm saying, like you get the knowledge and you don't want to share it with people. You feel like that makes you better than the next person, but it doesn't, man. It doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Like I asked a question on Facebook the other day. And it's a relevant question, man. It's a real question. And it's like everybody at some point in life, once we grow up, we have to ask that question, man. What value do we bring to the world? What value do we add to the world? Because I'm going to keep it real. And y'all, anybody that's watching, you know I'm not lying when I say this. A lot of us are a waste of air, man. A lot of us are a waste of air. A lot of people around here are a waste of air. Like, honestly, I don't wish death on nobody, but like, you need to save that air you breathing for somebody else, man, because you wasting it. You're not doing nothing with your life. You're not doing nothing with yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're not, you know what I'm saying, a benefit to nobody around you. You just here. And like I said, that's part of negativity. That's part of what drains us as a people. Those people that love to do the fighting, that love to pull up and do the fighting, or that love to pull up and do the shooting, man. Or love to pull up or jump on social media and share the negativity and indulge in the negativity. Those are our worst hindrance, man. So, again, man, I want everybody, you know what I'm saying, to take a deep look at themselves, man. And C, lack of unity. You know what I'm saying? Is that legit when it comes to you? Is it legit when it comes to you, man? Or you know what I'm saying, the person that is willing to work with somebody else, or you know what I'm saying, and partner with somebody else, or take the back seat to somebody else and let somebody else drive in order to get to the destination that y'all both trying to get to? Or are you the person, you know what I'm saying, that looking down on everybody else, feeling like you better than everybody else, and that you can't work with nobody else? Which one are you, man? Are you the unified person or the ununified person? Materialism, consumerism, are you that person? Do you feel like you gotta have the latest, you know what I'm saying, name brand clothes or name brand shoes? Or do you feel like, you know what I'm saying, your car have to be a certain year, you know what I'm saying, or it has to, you know, ride on rims, it had to have, you know what I'm saying? Are you that person? Or are you that person that's content with, as long as it get me from point A to point B, because that's me. I don't care what I ride in, because I ride to get money. I don't ride to spend money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to get a car note. I don't want a car note, because that means every time I make some money, I owe somebody for that car. I'm not like that. I will buy an old amount of car cash and say, okay, I paid cash for this. Once I get back what I paid for it in the maintenance, like everything else is profit. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. I wouldn't care what it looked like. As long as it looks, it's not a turn off to the customer when I pull up at their house. You know what I'm saying, to make that money. As long as it don't affect how they deal with me, or how they, you know what I'm saying, deal with my services and my business, I don't care what it looks like. I really don't. And just like I said, I hope it's good on gas, because I don't like, you know what I'm saying, blowing money on gas. So that's what we on, man. Number 3. Are you accountable? Do you take accountability for your actions? Do you take accountability for your mistakes? Or are you still in the mindset where you feel like it's everybody else's fault, what happens to you? Or you still in that mind frame? Keep it real, man, because that admitting it, you have a problem is the first step to being able to solve the problem. So do you lack accountability, or are you an accountable person? I'm a pretty accountable person. Because I don't even like the thought of somebody manipulating me. So I try not to ever give them that power. But if I do, I realize that I gave them the power. That's accountability, man. Are you accountable? Are you being accountable in your life right now in every area? Or are you blaming others? Are you blaming your boss about the problem you having on the job? Or are you blaming, you know what I'm saying, your neighbors about the problem that you having in the community? Or you blaming your family about the family problem that you have? Let me know something. Education. Number 4, are you continuing to educate yourself? Do you see education as a priority for you? Do you look at the fact that your kids are watching you and take that into accountability when you educate yourself, and taking that into account, that my kids are watching me, so I want to show my kids that education is important, that knowledge is important? Are you living like that on a day-to-day basis, or do you distrust education? Do you know what I'm saying, shy away from education? You're not interested in educating yourself. Let me know something. What's the business? Talk to me. I talk back. Are you the type to glorify the negative stereotypes? You know what I'm saying? Are you the one, what is the girl name? What's her name? I can't think of the girl name. But, you know what I'm saying? Or do you support, you know what I'm saying, the baddies or the bad girl club? Do you support shows where they just, you know what I'm saying, take our pretty sisters, you know what I'm saying, and put them in a situation where they beat on each other and punch on each other for ratings, or disrespect each other, you know what I'm saying, and talk down on each other and belittle each other for ratings? Are you still entertaining that type of negativity, man? Keep it real. Because if you're watching it, your daughter's seeing it. And if you're old enough to know better and like know, okay, this is just a TV show, you know what I'm saying, they just acting, you know what I'm saying, this is not real, does your child know? Does your child have that same understanding when they're watching these shows with you? Oh, I don't let my kids, your kids are a reflection of you. Your kids are a reflection of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do certain stuff in my private life, you know what I'm saying, and then tell my kids, don't do this. Just no, like, because kids look at you for guidance. Kids look at us as mentors. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's no way impossible that I can be doing the negative stuff or entertaining the negative stuff or partaking in the negative behavior, and my kids are not going to be affected by it. It's no way. So, do you glorify, you know what I'm saying, the negative stereotypes, or do you try to push the positive stereotypes on your kids? Do you push the positive music in them? Do you show them the stuff on social media that's positive, that can educate them, that show them black people, black women, and black men is in a positive light? Do you talk to them about the great black leaders? Or do you just, you know what I'm saying, let them be entertained by this bullshit that they got going on now? Which are you? Number 6, financial literacy. Do you have the knowledge, you know what I'm saying, to make your money, save your money, invest your money, and grow your money? Do you have that knowledge? If not, it's available. Why aren't you getting it? What's holding you back? You can take 10, 20 minutes a day to read an article. That's all. We spend that much time on social media just scrolling, thumb surfing. Google search. Google search how to manage money. Google search investing. Google search saving and creating wealth. That's a whole different conversation than just making money. It's a whole different conversation. And now, do you have a fear of self-sufficiency, or are you looking for ways to be more self-sufficient? I'm telling you now, with this wave of, you know what I'm saying, homesteading, you know what I'm saying? I got into growing vegetables. For every vegetable I grow, that's one less vegetable I have to go to the store and get. I can go, you know what I'm saying, buy a $5, you know what I'm saying, tub of worms and go fishing. For every mess of fish I catch, that's one less meal I have to go to the store and buy. Self-sufficiency. Self-sufficiency. Making something, in homeowners, you know what I'm saying? I've recently started purchasing a home. So next I'm looking into solar power. I'm looking into, you know what I'm saying, getting into the solar unit, because why would I continue to pay, you know what I'm saying, the electric company, when in my lifetime I can, you know what I'm saying, pay for my solar system, you know what I'm saying, and get that out the way to the point where in the future, when I turn this house over to my kids, they don't have to pay for electricity. They don't have to pay the city for electricity. They, you know what I'm saying, pay for because I want to buy the system that can generate the electricity we need. Self-sufficiency. Are you thinking on that level? Are you thinking on how can I produce some stuff for myself? Do I learn? My mother know how to sew. My mother, you know what I'm saying, made my sister's clothes early on in life. That was less clothes that she had to buy. You know what I'm saying? That was less money that she had to spend. My grandfather raised chickens. My grandfather, you know what I'm saying, with chickens came eggs. My grandfather did the garden. My grandfather raised hog, you know what I'm saying, which was pork. You know what I'm saying? Like, self-sufficiency. He raised his own food. He grew his own food. He cared for his own food. So that was more money that he could keep in his pocket and invest and grow, rather than spending it out just to live, rather than paying the grocery store, or, you know what I'm saying, paying, you know, no. Are you practicing self-sufficiency? Are you thinking about self-sufficiency? Like, we could come together, 3 or 4 of us, and buy a little patch of land or a little part, a little lot, you know what I'm saying? And like, teamwork. I mean, we can grow our own food. We can grow our own vegetables. People are growing fish right now. People are growing fish in their backyard. Imagine that. You know what I'm saying? So, are you on that? That's what I'm on. I stay on it because I made a goal that in my lifetime, I want to work towards making my family self-sufficient. So my granddaughter will grow up and not be dependent on anyone. not be dependent on anyone for food, not being dependent on, because if you grow the food, like my motto is, we're going to do like Bluebell. We're going to grow all we can, you know what I'm saying, and we're going to raise all we can, but we're going to eat it, and then we're going to sell the rest. Like the Bluebell motto, eat all you can and sell the rest. That's what we're trying to do, man. Self-sufficiency. I don't want my future generations depending on the system, because we already crying about how much the food is going up, the housing price is going. It's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. We are in the United States. These companies are built on profits. You cannot gain profits by lowering the prices on stuff. It's not going to happen. Housing is not going to get any lower. The food is not going to get any lower. Your water bill is not going to get any lower. Your electric bill is not going to get it. It's not going to happen. The only way you can release the pressure off of that is start producing something for yourself, becoming self-sufficient. That's what we on, man. That's what we on. I push the prosperity movement, man, and that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, man. Let me see who I got in the comments. Let me see who I got in the comments. I ain't got too many comments. That's good. That's good. I guess that means y'all listening. I hope you do, because ain't nobody talking. But hey, man, no, I want the best for my people, man. That's why I do this. For the people that know me, they know. I don't know what I'm saying, do it for the views. I get enough attention in real life. I get enough attention in real life. I got real people that I talk to about this type of stuff. And they the ones push me to continue to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was talking about, you know what I'm saying, my cousin earlier. It's crazy because, like I said, I see the people who watch my videos. I see the people who tap in. I see the people who come in. But I realize that it's people watching me, you know what I'm saying, and watching my moves, and I don't even know it. But those are the best people, because those, you know what I'm saying, one of my cousins contacted my other cousin. He said, man, he brought you up, man, and he told me, like, you was doing the stuff with business, you know what I'm saying, and business consulting. And he told me, you know what I'm saying, you started your little podcast, you know what I'm saying, and he said, and I'm like, man, I didn't even know he was paying attention. I never had a clue. But that just lets you know, man, keep doing what you do, man. Somebody watching. And if they not, don't do it anyway. Because like I tell you, if nobody watches these videos, that's cool. But hopefully one day when I'm gone, hopefully my daughters can tap into YouTube, you know what I'm saying, or my granddaughter can tap into YouTube and see what her granddaddy was all about. You know what I'm saying? See what the thoughts and ideas that her granddaddy had. So it's bigger than just, you know what I'm saying, the people that's listening, man. It's for the people who not listening. That's why I constantly say to the people who are tuning in now and the people who will watch the live stream in the future, I don't know who will come across the live stream, but I hope that it can help them. I hope that it motivates them. I hope that it pushes them, you know what I'm saying, to do something different, man. Take a step forward. Take a step forward, man. Let's be realistic. To all the gangsters, to all the drug dealers, let's keep it real, because I had to take responsibility. I sold drugs in my community. And I know all the negativity that came with the selling drugs. I've used guns in my community. I've used guns on other black people. I've done it. You know what I'm saying? I have talked down on other black people. I have disrespected other black people. I have partaken in most of the negativity that I talk about. And that's why I talk about it, because I understand that if I was a part of the problem, it's only right that I be a part of the solution, man. It's only right. Don't jump out now. I hate when I see them gangsters. Oh, man, even them youngsters out there tripping, man. They said the same thing about us, man. They said the same thing about us. So don't write them youngsters out, and don't try to belittle them youngsters, man, because we was them youngsters one time, man. And anybody that know that, y'all know this. We was them youngsters one time. We was the ones that everybody was saying we was out of control, that everybody was saying that they can't do nothing with. We were the ones that when people saw us coming down the street, they either turned and went the other way, or they got on the other side of the street to get out of our way, man. That's not right. And to act like, you know what I'm saying, you didn't play no role in that, or to act like you don't have no role to play in trying to make it right, that's false, man. That's falsifying documents, man. That make me, you know what I'm saying, respect your G card even less. Because every gangster knows, man, when you get to a certain point in life, that shit is bullshit. I got, you know what I'm saying, caught up in some bullshit. I chose to get involved with some bullshit. So the least you can do as a gangster who helped partake in this shit is to tell the next youngster, man, talk to him and tell him, this is not what it's about, youngster. Let me show you what it's about, man. Let me show you what it's about. That's what it's about, man. Right now, you know what I'm saying, I just talked to my guy, you know what I'm saying, my mentor, and we working on, he's a QuickBooks expert. He's a QuickBooks bookkeeping expert. And like he wants to put together a group of youth, you know what I'm saying, to train on using QuickBooks, man. And I'm with that, man, because that gives them a tool that they can use to create their own business, man. Millions of businesses today need bookkeepers or need accountants who can keep their books and stuff like that, man. So that program that he's talking about, man, be on the lookout, you know what I'm saying, because I already told him, man, I'm in. That's what it's all about, man. Putting these youngsters in a position to win, because that's what nobody never did for me, man. I don't knock the guy that said, hey, here go a dope sack, because he was trying to help me get money. But I didn't have the people around me that could say, hey, youngster, you don't need to do that, man. I know you need some money. Come here, let me show you another legitimate way to get some money. Nobody never showed me that. And that's what we missing, man. That's what we missing. That's what we have to start putting out there, man. That's what we have to start putting out there. Or this shit is not going to work, man. We're going to hell in a handbasket. And you say it don't affect you until one of these little ignorant, you know what I'm saying, misled kids kill or eliminate your child. Then it'll matter. Then it'll matter. You know what I'm saying? But then it's too late. Let's get this together, man. For real. Let's get it together. Nobody is going to come to save us. Nobody is coming to change our destiny. Nobody is coming to change our circumstances, man. But I wake up every day and I work on doing just that, man. Changing the mindsets, changing the circumstances, giving opportunities. That's what it's about, man. Don't sit up and post that shit on social media, man, if you're not out there doing nothing about it. That's just like the church people that sit up in the church on Sundays and preach to the people at the church. That's bogus. Go out there in the community where the people need you at. Because all the people that's in church, them ain't the ones that need the most help, man. It's the people that's not in church that need the most help. So what you going to do, man? Keep it real. Are you going to be a part of the problem? Continue to be a part of the problem? Or do you want to be a part of the solution? Are you ready to take the steps to be a part of the solution? That's what we need. We need solution-driven people. We need people with ideas, and we need people that's ready to implement those ideas and make it work, man. I'm on the front line, man. I'm on the front line. Anybody, you know what I'm saying, that feel like they want to jump out here with me, let's go. We got a lot of programs that we're working on for individuals, as far as youth, as far as teens, as far as young adults, and as far as older people. We have programs, we have, you know what I'm saying, we are working to get this stuff together so we can get this stuff presented to y'all, man. So we can get this stuff, you know what I'm saying, implemented. So we can start making positive changes, man, in our personal lives, in our neighborhoods, and in our communities as a whole. That's what it's about, man. And that's what it's always going to be about with me. I don't care what you're talking about. But we touched on some heavy topics today, man. The 7 deadly sins of black Americans are real. And they've been holding us back for far too long, man. Far too long. But I believe in us, man. I wouldn't do this if I didn't. I wouldn't waste my time, or I don't feel like I'm wasting my time, but I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying, use my time talking to people about this. Not just on here in my personal life. This is all I discuss, man, how we can better ourselves, how we can work together. And like, if I didn't believe in it, I wouldn't be doing it. I believe in our potential to rise above these challenges. The first step is recognizing the problems. And the next step is working on the solutions, man. Let's get started. We need unity. We need to educate ourselves. And we need to take accountability. We need to uplift the positive aspects of our culture, the positive people in our culture, the positive things that happen within our culture. We need to highlight that. We need to uplift that. We need to push that. We need to share that. And we need to leave behind the destructive behaviors that have kept us down all these years. So as you go about the week, I want you to think about what role you can play, what you can do in breaking these cycles and building up our people, man. What can you do? Remember, the change starts with us. The change starts with me. The change starts with you, man. It starts with you. Hey, man, we come to the end of this program. I thank y'all for tuning in, locking in with me. Like, share, subscribe, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying it is. Stay in touch, stay in tune, because we're going to keep at it, man. We're going to get it right. We're going to get it right. So, again, whether you're watching the live stream, I appreciate you for taking this hour out of your week to rock with me, man, and to chop it up with me. I truly appreciate it, because you could have been doing anything but that. But I appreciate you, man. I'm your guy, Mr. O'Neal. Thank you for tuning in to the P-Ave Perspective. Stay safe, stay empowered, and always stay focused on the solution, man. Peace.